Jeff from Jeff Rips Junk. This is episode 1 of my favorite rips of the week. I'm going to do this every week. I'm going to set aside the cards that are my favorite that I ripped, and I'm going to go through them. And what I'm going to do, out of my favorite rips of the week, I'm going to put my 3 favorite there. And like I said, might not be the most valuable, but I just think they're the coolest. I grew up in this era. I always enjoyed these. I have a ton of cases of junk era wax that I'll be opening up for a while. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with the Fleer 1990. Sammy Sosa, David Justice of the Braves. We got Robin Ventura. Joe Girardi, we're going to go to the Upper Deck, 1990. This is one of my favorite cards. He's semi-local to me. I really enjoyed watching him play even before he was famous when he played for the Peoria Chiefs. He won a championship as a player and as a coach, and he was a catcher. We'll touch on that later. What else I think is pretty cool? Lee Smith of the Red Sox, Oral Hershiser, Randy Johnson, Gary Sheffield, Jose Canseco, Greg Maddux, and Bo Jackson. Now we're going to go over to Donruss 1991. Look at the backs of these, kind of plain Jane. Wade Boggs, All-Star. Mark McGwire, All-Star. Cecil Fielder, Highlights. Joe Girardi, I already put him up, but this was also a really cool card. Mark Grace, that was my favorite player as a kid. I was left-handed. I was also a first baseman, and I was a huge Cubs fan. Still am. Ken Griffey Jr., Nolan Ryan, actually pulled 2 of those. He's best pitcher ever to live. Mark McGwire again, and we're going to go with 88 Topps. Don Mattingly, All-Star card. We got ourselves a George Brett, that awesome arm pump. All right, sorry, that's Kirk Gibson. This is the guy that had the pine tar incident. Sorry, my bad. Mark McGwire, rated rookie. And we're going to go to 88 Donruss. Cal Ripken, he was just a beast. Will the Thrill Clark. Lee Smith when he played for the Cubs. Let's go over to Score 1991. We got Mark McGwire. We got ourselves the Rifleman Bo Jackson. What an awesome player he was. The backs of these cards are pretty awesome. Of course, Don Mattingly of the Yankees. And here's another one of my favorite cards. Ryne Sandberg, really awesome Cubs player to watch as a kid. I think this was 88 or 89 Bowman. Let's see here. Yeah, this was the 89 Bowman Comeback Edition. I'm going to put him up there. And another Bowman card is Mike Scioscia. So Mike Scioscia is also semi-local to my area. His family was. And he too won a championship as a player and a coach and was also a catcher. Yeah, so 2 of my favorite baseball players of all time are those 2 guys. Like I said, semi-local to where I come from. I enjoyed watching them as a kid. And, you know, what crazy is it? Both players won a championship as a player and as a coach, and they were catchers. Pretty wild stuff. So that's episode 1 of my favorite rips of the week. I'm going to do this every week. Hopefully every Monday I'll get a video out. Jeff Rips Junk. Like, share, and subscribe.